All right, I'm going to talk to you about your next assignment related to catapults and projectile motion as we wrap up our quadratic unit. So if you're watching this video, then today's assignment is for you to build a catapult out of something at your house. I'm going to be going through the directions for this project in a minute. But the first thing that you need to decide is, what are you going to launch? So if we had been in class, I would have given you each a ping pong ball. So if you want to go get a ping pong ball, they have them at the Family Dollar in Conway, but you don't have to go buy something. So if you do not have a ping pong ball, you are going to launch something else. Now, a ping pong ball is a good size object. You probably don't want to launch a tennis ball. That's a lot heavier, and you'll have to build a much bigger catapult to launch a tennis ball. So if you are, if you have any types of arts and crafts at home, you might be able to find a pom-pom. This is a pom-pom. It's the same size as a cotton ball. So if you have cotton balls at your house, that would be a good thing to launch. What if you don't have any of those? So what if you found a piece of hard candy that is a circle? That might break if you launch it. That's part of a dum-dum. I was trying to see if a dum-dum would work. So you could take a hard candy that's a circle. It has a little bit of mass to it. You could wrap it up a few times in tape. The other thing that you could do is, so you could take like a piece of paper, right? Make a paper ball, and that's what you're going to be launching. So everyone could at least do, a paper ball. You probably want to secure it with a little bit of tape. So even if you just put, a few pieces of tape around your paper ball, you can launch that. You want to be using the same object each time. So whatever you decide to build your catapult to launch, like this paper ball, that is your object that you need to have to use. You're not going to change your projectile partway through this project. Okay, so now let me take you down here and read through some directions with you. See if I can not disconnect this. All right, so let's see. Oops. Okay, sorry. Here we go. Oops. See, I still broke it. Okay, here we go. Is that the right way for you? I got to figure out which way this is going. Okay, here's the document related to the catapult work that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to read through this with you so that you know the directions. So you'll create catapults to launch projectiles in the air. Using a stopwatch, you'll time how long the projectile is in the air. That time will be used to find an equation to model the flight of the projectile. The catapult will then be moved up a previously unknown distance. So we're going to set it like on your countertop at home. And you're going to use your equation to estimate how far the projectile will travel. And then you'll have 4 attempts. Be careful to shoot the catapult the same way each time, because consistent launching instructions could be provided to anyone. So I could come launch your catapult and I would be able to launch it consistently. And then at the end of this project, there's going to be a performance task that you need to complete, similar to the problems completed in the project. So I haven't taught you about these calculations. When we get through Tuesday, Wednesday, you will be learning how to determine the vertex of a projectile using this set of notes, which I would have loved to have printed out for you, but now you're all home. So here is what I would have provided for you at school. You're going to use whatever objects you can in your house. So I would have given you like a plastic spoon and popsicle sticks, some cardboard and elastic bands, clothespin, masking tape, so a paper cup. You would have had some materials. Scavenge your house and find some materials, whether it's just garbage like used cardboard boxes from cereal boxes, a plastic cup. Maybe you have Tupperware that you could sacrifice a piece of your Tupperware. Maybe it's just paper. Maybe you could find an elastic band wrapped around a piece of mail. You need to build a catapult of some sort that will launch a projectile, because then we're going to start launching our projectile, timing it, and seeing how far the object will go. So step 1, your assignment for today is to build your catapult. So if this is Tuesday or Wednesday for you, you need to build a catapult today that's ready to go. It would be great if you could also test your catapult to know that it's going to work. So to test your catapult, obviously you probably only have one person, but you're going to place the catapult on the ground. You're going to be careful to not change positions and fire a few practice rounds. So is your object landing at the same place each time? So if I'm launching this ping pong ball, if I go from here to here and I launch it again, does it land in the same place the second and third time? That's how you know that you've built a projectile catapult and you've tested it to make sure it works. That's as far as you need to go for day one. Have your projectile. So you're going to send me a picture of what your projectile looks like to get credit for building your projectile today. So then when we get back together, we're going to learn about projectile motion on our Google Meet on Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, you're taking your conference assessment and you're building your catapult. Thursday, Friday, we're going to talk about how to determine our equation, and we're going to start actually collecting some data. So you don't have to start collecting this data until after we get back together and talk about it. So the only thing that you need to do is complete steps 1 and 2, actually build a catapult, decide, what type of object you're going to launch, pick an object that you're going to launch from around your house. Email me if you're having trouble finding materials. You could always drive up to school and I can leave you something at the main office. But remember, shoot, I can't get this out again. See if I can get my face back on here. Remember, this is supposed to be fun. This was going to be the fun in-person part of quadratics. So I didn't want to skip catapults and projectile launching because it's just fun. So the goal is to just build something. Have fun building a launcher. If you've got younger siblings at home, engage them. See what they can come up with to help you build. And hopefully we will be back face to face to be able to see your launchers in person. But if not, we'll just plan on meeting on the Google Meet on Thursday to get notes about projectile motion. Email me if you have any questions. Have a great day.